Hello everybody and welcome to another... What was that? You know I stream on Twitch every single day? Well, what the hell am I here for? Go enjoy the video. So I start off with... I'll keep it. I can start off with Indatha and then go land Tainted Indulgence in the Griselbrand. I had an IRL game against Uriel with Scam. Can I submit my game through hand on Twitter to have your POV on Team or Creativity? Sure. Or you can post it here if you want. Or you can post it in Discord. There's a lot of options. Giver of Runes. I'm pretty sure this is Taxes, isn't it? Last seen playing Taxes 21 days ago. I don't think Taxes is a very good match for us. Taxes seems really bad. If I build you a Quandrix Crimes Brew, will you play it? I accept donation decks for $25, or you can redeem it using channel points. I think it's like 100k channel points. Yeah, I'll play pretty much anything if you redeem it through either of those things. I've been the Griselbrand. Yes, Bunny. Even Grixis Fairies. Are we playing some Legacy? Oh boy. Legacy. Oh boy. Archon. Why is that so good? I guess I have to Solitude Ephemerate now, because I can't actually target it, because then they'll give it protection from white. So I have to Solitude now, and then Ephemerate now, hit this, and then on upkeep hit the Archon. Okay. Moment basic for 24 hours. Moment basic is fun. I'd be down. Sounds like a good time. I'll add another one. Pitching Extraction Specialist. Alright, Archon might dumpster me. Fable go. Lion Sash? Come on. Why are you playing Lion Sash? No. Why? Stop it. No. Oh, that's so lame. Bolt. This is incredibly sad. About to own a home. Congratulations. Yep. I have 2 Fable. I can't lose. Right? Yeah, this is True Heroes deck. Would have been possible without winning Dingo Bingo. It was the soap, huh? Yeah, I really need 2 reflections. Soap's fire. Thank you. That's what I do outside of streaming. Making ship soap. I'm taking $1 billion. This non-basic lands. Ooh, binding. I guess I could hardcast Atraxa. Seems good. I would like a swamp. 5, 6, 7, Atraxa. No, I do not. I will take another Atraxa, Leyline Binding, and Shadow Prophecy. Maybe I'd take an Ephemerate. I got Ephemerate. I still have an island in my deck, so I guess I'll take a Flooded Strand. Hopefully I don't have another Solitude, but if I have another Solitude, they're giving me a lot of time anyways. I need to eat a bunch of stuff with the Lion Sash. What's up, Jeremy? No, the soap has goat milk in it, not human fat. That's a 7/8. Somehow I still don't have the biggest creature on the board. I don't even know if I'm going to block. I don't even think I'm going to block. I'm just going to Binding this. Take the 7 and attack them back if they attack me. I guess I probably should block and make it lethal. Well, they only have guess they could Ghost Core to themselves. I don't have that many permanents in the graveyard. I have all instants. So how do they make it lethal? Because this has to eat a permanent. They could Ghost Core to themselves. They could crack the land, but they're going down on mana. Whatever. We're just gonna block anyways. I don't think it's lethal though. We'll block because the Archon's kind of annoying, and I can cast another Atraxa pretty soon. Stoneforge Mystic. I can go binding, and then chill. Activate my reflection. Actually pretty close to casting that. Well, that seems pretty good. They're gonna eat it though. Eat my Atraxa. Sure. I might just cast another Atraxa. I think I'm just gonna cast another Atraxa. Yeah. I should have made a copy of one of these. This is ugly Godless Shrine doing. That's a punt. Atraxa, Goryo's Grief. Can't do that. I will take Grief, Goryo's, Tainted Indulgence, Blood Crypt. What did I take one too many of? Why are you mad at me? Oh, Ephemerate, Tainted Indulgence? No, Goryo's Tainted Indulgence. Alright, I'll take the Tainted Indulgence. I always have to check why is it mad, because I always do this wrong. I'm gonna grief him. Your turn. What was the punt? Having an ugly Godless Shrine in my deck. Opponent draws a card. And dies? Dies. Alright, cool. Well, I feel like I'm gonna need to through the breach in this matchup. Couple of Teferis in the Solitude. No Force of Negation. Because they're gonna be on 90% creatures. From one Griselbrand, because it's not very easy to hardcast it. And a Shadow Prophecy. I probably need Pending, huh? Let's get burnt. Let's check out for Pending. From an Indulgence and another Shadow Prophecy. I think that's okay. We'll be fine. Dinner and Dingo Stream. Did you get one of those bacon ranch melts? Oh, now I'm hungry. What is our Mufasa? We listened to 1 hour of Mufasa. Old Guide Lantern. Thalia. Stoneforge. Chicken tendies and fries. Do you have Raisin Canes over there? How much Raisin Canes is there in the US? Or is it only like West Coast? Forgot to eat all. I've been there. I've definitely forgotten to eat all day. Like, why am I so hungry? Oh yeah, I haven't eaten today. You're addicted to Raisin Canes? Raisin Canes is great. Take that any day over Popeyes. There's Canes in Iowa and Minnesota. It's probably throughout the entire US. We went 5 times last week. Alright, that's a bit excessive. I was thinking maybe like 2 times a week. It's mid at best. Would be a solid bottom without the sauce. I think the sauce is really good. I actually like their coleslaw, so call me crazy. Because I know a lot of people will sub it for more toast. I'm a fan of coleslaw. Kind of annoying. The chicken's meh. But it probably depends on which one you go to. So I've known that to be the case with Popeyes. Some Popeyes have really good chicken. Some of them have like really greasy Stale tasting chicken. I like the toast, but I wouldn't sub the coleslaw for more toast. Also, I'm bouncing this in the hope that they'll play Stoneforge Mystic plus the, forgot the name of it, Lion Sash. Hopefully they play both so I can, like, Solitude Ephemerate and kill both of them. Black and Ranch, it's so good. I think Kane's I don't know. Chat, what fast food chain has the best dipping sauce? Ones that come to my mind are like Chick-fil-A, Popeyes, and Cane's, and In-N-Out. In-N-Out's got great spread. Chick-fil-A, 1000%. Taco Bell's creamy jalapeno. Can't say I've had that. Chick-fil-A for sure, just can't support the company. Reasonable. I think I'm gonna binding this Aether Vial. I'm gonna binding the Aether Vial. I'm gonna vial something in. I'm just gonna Solitude Ephemerate. Big Mac sauce. Wow, they let that go. I wasn't ready for that. They're on to me. Why wouldn't you vial in something? You have 2/2 drops in your hand. You just let it go. You're like, yeah, it's fun. Hype for some gains. That was just like mind blowing to me. They didn't vial something in. I'll pass the turn. Shuka, thank you for the prime. Welcome back for the 8 months. Appreciate ya. Cutting wings in half and then charging us twice. Fast food mukbang stream when? Think that you're gonna great Raising Canes. Plays Lion Sash. Rhinos is real good. I think what I'm actually gonna Teferi bounce this. I'm drawing a land here. They ghost courted me this game. No, it was last game. I think I just threw the breach this Atraxa. Probably fine, right? What could go wrong? They have a Sword of Fire and Ice in hand, so it's not Solitude. I think I'll keep it. Not the best. I'll go fetch Indatha and then Island, and then I can go fetch Blood Crypt. That full domain. Amulet Titan. Second Goryos isn't amazing. I think I'm gonna pitch one of these Goryos. I don't have an Ephemerate here. I wish I did. Second Amulet. I'm gonna take the second Amulet. That second Amulet would have let them go Amulet into turn Timber tapped, make 2 mana, which I guess is not that big of a deal. Indatha Triome, play Island Binding, probably Amulet. Yeah, they have a pretty good hand. They have a significantly less good hand without amulets, though. They might go tutor up for Beseidru. If they tutor up for Beseidru, then that gives me my 3rd land to be able to Shadow Prophecy. Cultivator in hand. We're not looking good here. We needed our 3rd land. Not looking good here at all. Hope they never draw a Titan. Not until I draw my 3rd land anyways. Even a white card would be pretty good. To be able to Solitude Ephemerate, hit both the Dryad and the Cultivator. Land or white card? Land. I always do the best of both worlds. Shadow Prophecy for a white card, maybe. And then Solitude. I don't know, we'll see. Okay, this plays out. I got a Beseidru. Beseidru the Amulet. I think this is going to work out super in our favor then. Cultivator? Yeah, they can cast Cultivator. Okie dokie. Trigger. In response to this, we're going to go Solitude Ephemerate. After the bounce happens. So that way they gain 1 less life. Assuming we hit a white card off the Shadow Prophecy, which we should. Let's take the Solitude and the Ephemerate. Solitude, pitch Solitude. We're going to hit the Dryad, and then we're going to hit the Cultivator. They have land unknown in hand. See what else they have in hand here. An Arboreal Grazer. They're going to haste it up. +2, +0 in haste. My god, the angriest Arboreal Grazer. Let's do this first. Probably going to rebound it on the Atraxa. Force of Negation, Leyline Binding, Grief, and a Concession. Alright. The slot slaps. Couple of pendings. Solitude? I don't think I want Through the Breach or Flusterstorm. Teferi's kind of iffy as well. I think I'd rather maybe have Force of Negation. Trim a Griselbrand. Trim a Fable. And a Shadow Prophecy. Teferi's pretty hit or miss against Titan. It's either good or just really bad. I think I'm just not going to put it in. This hand needs another land. I'm going to mulligan it. This is like the same hand. But again, it's got 2 pendings. I'll go to 5. I'll go to 4. We'll go to game 3. Fable will carry. Surely. Roll to 3, game 3. I should have put back this Force. Maybe I could tag a Summoner's Pact or something with it by hard casting it. But we still need to even hit a land drop. Yeah, I got nothing. We're definitely not ahead. Not in the slightest. These are pretty much Expedition Triomes. This is as close as we're going to get to Expedition Triomes. Oh. What? Here. Thought that was the Titan I was about to concede. Opponent could have played anything and decided to play a wet noodle of a card instead of a card that would murder me. Got a Titanic chin. True. Very large chin. Man, a simple thank you for the raid. Hope you had a wonderful stream as well. Zack deck. Saga land, and they still can't trigger Valakut because they turn one of their lands into an amulet. Seijumi. You're only getting me one step closer to casting Solitude, opponent. You're making a mistake. Take a billion. So I can't cast spells on their turn, so I'm going to have to Solitude the Dromoka now. Can't take that much damage from the Dromoka. The Valakut and Dryad combination is going to be pretty scary, though. Hydromocha. So they have 2, 4, 5, 6 mana now. They're gonna haste this up. 2-0 and haste. Make me trade. This is actually pretty good by them because it makes Ephemerate a much worse draw. Let's tap a little bit better. Oh, it's not gonna matter. Definitely dropping these forces. Though they might go Expedition map for T-West. Go Diamonds also. Bunch of raids coming in. Hope you had a wonderful stream too. Yeah, looks like they're gonna get T-West and then get packed. And get Force of Negation. Oh no, they drew a Tireless Tracker. I'm dead. Go Diamond shows up and a wild Tireless Tracker comes out of nowhere. Hey, I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Oh. Yeah, it's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a big problem. I was hoping they just drew Brick and they were gonna go get T-West for Pact. Run head first into the Force of Negation. Now we're really far behind, especially since they can give it haste. And attack me immediately. Can I hardcast an Atraxa? I can. I can probably just jump here and cycle these forces out of my hand. Really looking for Solitude Ephemerate here. Solitude Ephemerate, please. Island. Goryos. Well, it does nothing. Alright, we'll pack it up. Can't win. There's Solitude. Does them having Tireless Tracker make me want Teferi over Force of Negation? Yeah, I think I'm going to take Teferi over Force of Negation, because it seems like they have, between Dramoka and Tireless Tracker, they have a lot of, like, you can't interact with me on my turn type threats. Well, oh man. Maybe this hand gets there? Keep it, we'll put back a land. No, let's put back Ephemerate. I'm gonna find out if this gets there. I go Raugrin into Indatha. Binding this. The matches, they've been okay. Hope it's been well. Yeah, let's get the Raugrin and binding this. Hopefully we draw into something good. Via the Tainted Indulgences. I must indulge upon these cards. Saga, Grazer, Land Drop, Bounce Forest. Fable's probably the better thing to do here. Let's Fable. More mana efficient. Much more mana efficient. Dryad. Would have been a nice spot for Teferi. Bounce the Urza Saga. Let's drop Tainted Indulgence land. We drew land second Grief. I guess we grief them and then we find out if we need to pitch this. The software I use for my YouTube title cards is just Photoshop. I just have a template in Photoshop and I do it myself. I have Endurance Prime Time. I gotta take the Prime Time. Endurance is kind of annoying. Get a thing, copy the thing. Well, if they don't draw Valakut, Fire Musics, this is lo-fi Lord of the Rings. But it is a bop, for sure. It's time for Endurance. Evidently, it's time for them to hold up endurance. Make them flash in the endurance. Question is, do I want to sacrifice the Goblin Shaman to be able to Ephemerate in their draw step? I think the answer is probably yeah. Because after that, I'll be able to grief their draw step every single time. Goodbye, Goblin Shaman. I'll remember you. Did your job. I just have to make sure they don't draw a Titan. It'll be really bad for me if they draw, like, Expedition Map. Or Teleria West, rather. Not Expedition Map, because I could take it, but Valakut or something of the like would be pretty bad for me. Then give something +2/+0 and haste. Block. Yeah, I could just block here and trade. I don't take 4. I'm taking 5, 7, quite a bit. I think I just trade there. Gonna draw into something pretty good though. They're winning on board right now. Thank you for the gifted sub to Loquacious. I appreciate that. I got this sound with the Grazer too. We have no reason to Ephemerate anything. That's really good. But I need some mana. Tainted Indulgence main phase in the Fable. We'll keep the Solitude. Attack with the Grief and then draw a step, copy the Grief. Actually, I could draw a step. I'll link you the background music. I could Solitude. Do I want to risk it? So I'm going to chump block. So what I could do here is I could try to fade a draw step and then just go like Solitude, copy it with Reflection. It's really risky. I might have to take a risk this turn. Alright, I'm going to pass. And let them take a draw. And not scout out their hand. Alright, luckily they bricked. Yeah, in before prime time. No, luckily they bricked. I think I'm going to end step it. I think I'm just going to do it during combat. So I get to trade for everything. Solitude, kill the Dryad. This gives me 3 removal already. They gave up. So I hit this one, copy it, hit this one, block this, and then it removes their entire board. Then I have them under Grief, plus Reflection for the rest of the game. If I end step, I'm taking lethal here, if I don't block them. I think I hate this hand. I'm gonna mulligan it. This hand's not any better. Mulligan. I like this hand. This hand's good. Doesn't satisfy your desires. I mean, it could. Have you just not tried hard enough? Mayhaps? I don't think I'm gonna hit the cookbook yet. I think I'm just gonna pass. I'll hit the cookbook at end step. Pretty sure we're playing as the Kragenwick deck, given how the opponent's icon is the Kragenwick icon, or the Yargle icon. So I'm gonna fling this at me. Discards a Yargle. I'm gonna pass with Force of Negation / Shadow Prophecy. If you want to Goryo me, that's fine. I got a Force. Do you have another Goryos? If you have another Goryos, you got it. I'm dead. Yep, I'm dead. Teferi. Solitude. That deck's so jank. Hate it. I take out the Griselbrands and Shadow Prophecy times 3, 2, 1. Now Tainted Indulgence. By jank, I mean incredibly high rolly and janky. I play that deck, and every time I cast Kragenwick, I would discard my only other like non 18 damage card. That's kind of insane. I don't know if I want explosives in this matchup. Yeah, literally. Like, discard the worst possible. It's like, okay. I could never play that deck. Just gambling. It reminds me of the old Burning and Quarry decks. Mulligan. Sand's probably fine. I want to keep the 3 lands, I think. Yeah, I keep 2 lands. Alright, I'll put back a land. I'm going to keep 2 lands. And Leyline. Well, that's something I probably have to Binding. Go. Let's seize me. In response, I'm going to Leyline Binding your Leyline. Alright, take my Tainted Indulgence. Maybe I take the Goryo. I suppose it's not impossible to take the Goryo, but I think if I were them, I'd take the Tainted Indulgence. That's because it finds me more cards. I'm going to cast it now. Don't want these Solitudes, but I do want a land drop. Or Leyline bound your Leyline of the Void, so I don't have to exile cards by exiling your card. Might not like it, but this is what peak Modern looks like in 2023. I'm gonna have a hard time beating this. I do not have a good record against this Yargle deck. But I also did not have a good record playing that Yargle deck. I am not lucky enough. Yeah, I ain't feeling the Yargle. Discards Bone Shards. White card. And it's so bad right now. Looks like we're gonna take an L. Yep. They didn't activate Cookbook. Dragonwick. Chances I die. Now they're activating Cookbook. I didn't die. I lived. I died. Alright. Yep, we're dead. We just didn't draw a white card or a 5th mana. Alright, we'll keep it. Go Triome again. Triome, 3rd land, Fable. Hope the Fable carries us. I do not like these Griefs and Solitudes in the deck. I mean, I like Solitude, I don't like Grief that much. Grief has not been doing a whole lot for me. I understand it's really good to take off of Atraxa, though, and you can sometimes get a Grief Ephemerate opening. I just haven't had it yet. Got your first 5-0 this season. Congrats. What'd you play? What'd you play? Bonus mulliganing to 6. Jad Coffers. Been watching too much Trellin. Stop it. Get some help. Call it back to Griselbrand Unmask. Well, Grief would be significantly better in this deck if you could target yourself like you can with Unmask. But these Griefs in my opening hand have not been good. I think it's Rhinos. We'll get Indatha Triome. And I will get a Raugrin Triome. And I'll probably still just cast a Fable. I think Fable takes precedent over Shadow Prophecy most of the time. Though Shadow Prophecy is not forcible, whereas they can force my Fable. But I think if they're forcing my Fable, that's okay. And they're not forcing my Goryo, which is the card I really care about. Triome mana base. I saw a screenshot on Twitter. It's like the perfect mana base can't exist. And then it was like 5 Triomes. All different. That was a great screenshot. Ice. Looks like we're gonna get to do nothing. That's the downside of fetching Triomes. Let's pitch the Shadow Prophecy. Take a look at their hand, see what they're working with. Maybe take a Shardless Agent. Take a Violent Outburst instead. So Grief basically got 2 Rhinos from them. Pretty nice. Gives me a lot of time. Maybe I was supposed to pitch the Tainted Indulgence instead, but I could see a turn where we like Tainted Indulgence, draw into land Atraxa, bin the Atraxa, and Goryo's in the same turn. I think binning the clunkier card is probably correct. Plus we already have Fable that we can cast on 3. Which I'll do. If we don't draw a land here. Yeah, let's cast a Fable. You can bin Tainted Indulgence, Solitude. I was just looking for Atraxa. Fable's big wins. Okie dokie. Let us discard Solitude and Tainted Indulgence. Does drawing an Ephemerate change things? I don't think so. I think I'm still bidding this Solitude. That's really good. Because now, what we can do is we can go... Actually, I don't have the right colors of mana. I was too hasty playing that land. I got a little punished for that. I should have waited. Done this first. Bin the Atraxa. Yeah, I drew Polluted Delta. I deserve this. But I played the Polluted Delta and cast the Goryos, then I could have like... Yeah, it's fine. Would have been in a better spot. Actually, it would have gotten Petty Theft, so maybe it's for the best that I didn't cast his Goryos. Kind of funny how that worked out. Gotta dodge Force of Negation. I'd rather them just like play a Fury or another set of Rhinos here. Just don't Blood Moon me. I don't think they're running main deck Blood Moon anymore. But I'm sure some lists still are. Give me that Atraxa. Gimme. No Force? Por favor? Yay. Right, tank, Force. I'll take a Force and a Leyline Binding, Solitude, and a... I want another Goryo's instead of a Force. Maybe I take another Goryo's. I just take a Hallowed Fountain. Chances are I'm gonna Ephemerate this Atraxa. Yeah, it's good. Bye, Atraxa. Yield main deck Mystical Dispute. Wasn't ready for that one. I'll take the damage. Spends another footballs. I think I'm gonna hold this binding. Oh, you spot lethal. Yeah, you're right. I did have lethal. Because I could have actually evoked Solitude on their end step and then copied it, untapped, and killed them. That was a good line. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that was lethal. That was a good line. I should have done that. Instead, we could probably just win the Granny Attrition game anyways. Let's kill their Rhinos. Pretty sure they have a landed hand too. Do Fable have Summoning Sickness? I don't know. I don't recall anymore. Okay, if I had Summoning Sickness, then we didn't have the kill. Yeah, our deck is very good at not doing anything. It's kind of dirtling around. We'll take the Teferis, the Chalices, the Explosives. Force of Negation is pretty good. Shadow Prophecy can come out. Tainted Indulgence can be trimmed by 1. We'll cut an Ephemerate. Cut the Griselbrands. And maybe a Singleton Leyline Binding. I kind of want the Pendings over the Binding, just because I'm pretty sure they have Blood Moon. Also want the Flusterstorms. Oh, we have a lot to board in this matchup. And not a lot to board out. Maybe we cut the Vengeance, cut an Ephemerate, cut a Grief. Sure. Just trim some stuff. Not sure how to board optimally here. This hand doesn't have a Teferi or Chalice, so I kind of want to mulligan it. But I do have a Tainted Indulgence, which could set me up for turn 3, so I'm actually going to keep it. His hand's going to come down to how good this Tainted Indulgence is. He's a really good draw, too. I think I'm not going to fetch, because I don't want to leave myself vulnerable to ice. How's Grixis Murktide? We ended up 3-1 in a prelim and 2-3 in a league, I think. The mana was god-awful. Please fix the mana if you're going to play that deck. Mana was miserable. I think I lost pretty much all of my games to the mana. Alright, let's get Hallowed Fountain. I've been the Godless Shrine. I've seen better Tainted Indulgences. Atraxa is the next card. Karma. At least we're good against Blood Moon. Don't snap you. About to snap you. What scam go? We went 4-1. We lost to... Shoot, I don't remember what we lost to anymore. All these games blend together. I'll play Tef out here. See what they do. Maybe playing Tef here is not going to be great. They have a Force. Or Footfalls. Yeah, we'll see when it gets closer to Friday. Also, do you want to post it that blue-white Yorion list that you forwarded with? I'm curious to take a look at it. Violent Outburst. Boing. More Goryos. They're probably going to kill Teferi here. Nothing I can do about it. Maybe this was poor Teferi timing. Maybe I should have waited until 5. Seems like they don't have Blood Moon, given that they fetched dual lands. An awkward hand. I can't help but think I did this to myself by taking out the Shadow Prophecies and some number of Tainted Indulgences. This hand's perfection. I will force back. Okay. Alright. You win. You win the war. Violent Outburst incoming. I think I mistimed my Teferi this game. Also, how do they have 2 of those and they just like didn't hit my Teferi at all? I can't believe they didn't force the Teferi. Wild. Maybe I trim a couple of Fables in this matchup. Let's try this. Castle Ardenvale, Castle Vantress, Deserted Beach, Igandro, Field of Ruin. Okay, so it's just like 80 card blue-white control. Husparas, Temporary Lockdown, Absorb, Wandering Emperor, Memory, Deluge, Rewind, Supreme Verdict, Teferi, Binding Farewell, Shark Typhoon. Alright, so that's similar to the lists I've seen before. Wasn't sure if you're playing anything different. I think I'm gonna mulligan this hand. It does have an EE, but other than that, it doesn't do anything. So I'm gonna mulligan it. So awkward. I'm gonna mulligan this hand too. This hand's looking a little bit better. Go back to Binding in a land. Are you feeling lucky, punk? Let's get... It might ice me here, but I think I'm gonna get Indatha. They just start cascading on turn 3, I'm just gonna lose. Got nothing against that right now. Gotta get an island here too. Remember what it was like to beat an Aetherling? Good times. When Aetherling was the best card in Standard. One of the best cards in Standard, I should say. I think it has so much evasion, and I could just manipulate its stats like crazy. Good card. Very good card. I'm gonna drop the Goryos here. See if my opponent wants to Violent Outburst now. Play land and pass here. Just gonna hold up Flusterstorm. Good chance that Violent Outburst in response to be playing Teferi. And Tainted Indulgence here again. Very surprised they didn't do that while I was tapped out. But I guess they were scared of engineered explosives. Okay. I gotta get this Teferi to stick at some point. Shocked, which tells me they probably have Mystical Dispute backup now. They might also just have Subtlety. I'm gonna bin the Force of Negation. Cast Tef. Get Disputed. Take 1,000,000 from these Rhinos. Another Violent Outburst. Endurance. Targeted themselves. Take 3. I need to find an answer to that. Apparently I don't have one. Teferi off the top would be really good though. As an answer to the Endurance. Still wasn't enlarge. So I gotta do something I'm not proud of. Engineered explosives on 3. Very not proud of this. Cast Force of Negation on it. Alright, need some sort of reanimation spell. Like Shadow Prophecy into the Goryos here would be insane. Got some draws. Top deck. Another Teferi. Pretty good as well. No more forces? Alright, no more forces. I'm gonna leave that. I should play it in case of Blood Moon. Then go fetch Swamp. They're gonna have to main phase this Endurance. Probably the best threat. Open a Raugrin from the chests. Too bad they're only like 9 tickets now. But not bad. Endurance. Raining on chat's parade. I'm not. I'm just... I said congratulations. Still. Is that toxic? Is congratulating somebody toxic, chat? Yup. I got lucky. Actually, you didn't get lucky. I'm here to ruin your day. Rain on your parade. Yuri, my Teferi. Kind of weird that they opted to do this when they could have like attacked first. They have the soul read on the Solitude. I'll take out the Endurance. Shardless Agent. Yep. Alright, Dingo needs a new piece of engineered explosives. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Cole. Thank you for the prime. Welcome back for the 4 months. Where you're gonna die. And it's all DT's fault for distracting me. Maybe we wouldn't have drawn lands if DT didn't show up. I'll go to 3. Top deck pending, not good enough. This deck's so clunky when you don't get to like draw any of your filters or shadow prophecies. Just drew a bunch of nothing. I think I have to mulligan this. I don't think it's good enough. Not a bully of a streamer. Stop with this propaganda. DT lost to time in the prelim. What are you doing that you're just like losing to time? Are you playing with one hand on the keyboard? Bitched about Grazer for 10 minutes? Well, see what happens when you sit there and you talk instead of you playing the game? You're just running your mouth so much that you lose to time? Embarrassing. This deck was lame when Spike played it 1 year ago. You should go tell Spike that. I'm so dead. Why? What is this triple S% null? Alright, play my Fable. Guess you'll draw 3. Maybe I can deck him out. I think the opponent's playing that 5-color humans deck that Bob played. Who wons? Pioneer's Heinous? True? Completely agree. Have you been playing it for like 10 hours a day to practice? That must suck. I'm sorry. I have to trade off with one of these. Get rid of Shadow Prophecy and Atraxa. Nope, not paying for these. They're 2 apiece. Can't afford it. I'm a broke dingo. God, I'm dead. No, Ephemerate. Ephemerate, Flooded Strand, and then Creature, and that's it. That's all I can take. This is instant, creature, land. Alright, I get 3 cards. Still broke. Maybe I can just raise them. That'll go well. See what they got. Knight Errant, Reflector Mage. Hell no, I'm taking that Reflector Mage. Cannot let that happen. More Ephemerates. Leyline Binding. Grief. Land. Blood Crypt. Now let's take the fetch. Button. And I think I mean, I could Solitude Ephemerate here. Is it worth it? Just like take out the copper code, take out an S% null? That's probably worth it, right? I guess I don't lose to something else. Ward. It doesn't have ward. It gives everything else ward. But it itself does not have ward. I think the only deck I've really been enjoying in Pioneer that's not boats is the Karuga Fires deck with Enigmatic. Deck's pretty sweet. Drew a Kudro. Do they have a Kudro in hand? Did have a Kudro in hand. I guess they can pop Atraxa. That wouldn't be the best for me. They have to sacrifice their whole board to do it. I can like rebound Ephemerate, kill Kudro. I think we stabilized. Pioneer has Hogak now. Alright, first off, that deck's not Hogak. Let's get that settled. It's not Hogak. That deck requires drawing a lot of Burning Tree Emissaries to be any good. Don't want to rebound this other one. If they don't draw X amount of Burning Tree Emissaries, then the deck does nothing. Becomes like quite bad. S% null. Knight Errant, Dollars Lieutenant, S% null. I could take the Lieutenant here. Yeah, the Boros deck. I played against it a couple times, and it's only good if they draw Burning Tree. If they don't draw Burning Tree, the deck just sits there and derps. In my experience, anyways, when I played against it. Decided to draw a card instead of playing the Lieutenant, huh? Interesting. Can't quite cast that yet. I can copy a Solitude and kill the S% null. I also saw like builds of that list, the Boros list, that weren't playing Burning Tree. And I was like, how does this deck do anything without Burning Tree? I feel like it's Burning Tree the deck. Yeah, Gigantha's not worth losing Burning Tree. How many extra cards they draw? I think 6 or 7. You've lost in the non-Burning Tree version. But you're playing Rakdos, right? I think that deck does pretty well against Rakdos to a degree. Well, I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe it's just unlucky. Been this Force. Shadow Prophecy. Put 5 board wipes in your sideboard. Extinction Event's like such a good card right now. Extinction Event, Ritual of Soot, and then you get to play like a 3-mana sweeper as well. Maybe a Brotherhood's End. Who knows? Brotherhood's End would be pretty devastating against that deck, huh? Okay, humans. Force of Negation comes out against humans. We'll bring in Pending Explosivo. Griselbrand's probably not good enough either. Take the extra Solitude. What 3-mana sweepers do you have besides Brotherhood's End? You have like Sweltering Suns, Anger of the Gods, Bantu's Last Reckoning. There's actually quite a few, right? There's Flaying Tendrils, Hitotsugu, Meat Hook, Goblin Chain Whirler. That'll get him. Keep? You wanted me to keep the one-lander? I'm not keeping the one-lander. You don't believe? No, I don't. You're right. I don't believe that hand would ever do anything. This is 4-color Goryo. Technically 5-color because there's Leyline Binding in it. 2-2 up a game, not much to lose. I would not keep that hand at any given time. This is not the type of deck where you can keep a one-lander. I kept a 2-lander here and I'm about to brick up my 3rd land anyways. Draws a card. And we're all bricked up. No, don't say that. Don't say it like that. I'll just get Swamp here. Lector Mage. No. Take one. Could have been the Tainted Indulgence, keep everything else. That's fine. Go, opponent. I would never scam somebody. Unless it's DT. Never scammed anybody in my life. Never. Like Gaslight LLC. Only cost me 2. I can't count. I'm not gonna attack my reflection into them. Whatever they can violin. Not happening. Could spend the Leyline Binding to eat whatever they violin, but 2 points of damage is not worth the risk. Who knows what they could have? Could be anything. Even a fucking Sanctifier. I can't count again. The 0 for 2 on not being able to count. Just waiting for 5th land. Alright. Oh, look, 5th land. Right on time. gonna replay this Fable. I'm not even gonna discard anything. Maybe the Grief goes. Yeah, we'll discard the Grief. I think I'm gonna finish my Pioneer League after this chat. I'm 2-1 in my Pioneer League. That we started on Sunday. I never finished it and I need to return the cards. We're playing the 80 card Yorion Transmogrified deck. Card Hoarder's gonna break my kneecaps if I don't return the cards. We wouldn't want that now, would we? Now you get subjected to Pioneer. Some streamers have legs. Some streamers can't show you their legs because they're not wearing pants. Wouldn't want to name names, though. Show all 3 legs, that will not be happening. I can show you 1 Phyrexian Angel Obliterator of the World, though. Get the Blood Crypt. I don't know if we won this game. Could be anyone's game at this point. Who could say? Hudro, exile Atraxa, and then I get to Ephemerate. Like this Solitude, Shadow Prophecy, and land. Polluted Delta. Alright. I'll rebound, I guess, on Atraxa. I guess we can flex when we don't need to. Can't take that. Alright, Fable, Island. Eat Kudro. Ending both of the vials. And grief them. Ending your vial. Ending your vial. Grief you. And I still have to discard. Alright, I'll discard. Discard Atraxa in land. Remember that time the opponent bounced the Fable? To be fair, I don't think the opponent was winning this game with their draw and their mulligans. They're never going to claim that territory. Because I claim their soul. Alright, 3-2. The deck was pretty good. It's just got some inconsistency issues, which is what this deck always had ever since its initial inception, back when Spike made it. I pretty much feel the same way about this deck, where it's like, if you're willing to be able to deal with the inconsistencies that this deck has, you will most of the time beat all of the grindy decks and lose to the fast decks, which is kind of what happened to us. Decks that were prepared for us crushed us. The decks that were trying to play like a slow, grindy mid-range plan got demolished. Alright, let's finish this Pioneer League, and then we'll call it a day.
Have you peeked?
Bing bong, bing bong, bing bing bong.
Have you peeked?
You're a third-rate duelist.
I can't take it anymore!